Kia Seltos is kinda golden middle between a hatchback and crossover. Here it comes in beautiful golden color. So what could be a better background than a golden gate? As always, this is Dennis, this is For Life Test Drive, shall we? When you look at it, you smile. Great job, Kia, for not trying to make this automotive world more grayish. Anyway, the base trim LX will start from 22K and it will have 2-liter 4-cylinder non-turbo engine. And it will be paired with CVT transmission and it will do 30 miles per gallon on average. LX is a great value, but if you can spend a little bit more, you can get S Turbo or SX Turbo, like our test package. This particular car is a little bit over 29K, but you get a ton for your money. Nobody else will ever offer you for this money 7-speed dual clutch transmission with 1.6-liter turbocharged engine that will produce 175 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Plus, this particular car with all-wheel drive on top of it will do 27 miles per gallon on average. I'm cruising down the freeway 70 miles an hour, I'm looking at the dash, and after driving it for a little bit more than 86 miles, and yeah, we did put our foot down a lot during this 85 miles. We have 23.5 miles per gallon. I think this car will do easily 30 miles per gallon if you're gonna be a little bit less heavy on the right foot. Let's focus on something. This is not a regular crossover that you can buy from any other brand. This one is fun to drive, and I'll explain you why. It's not only about razor-sharp dual clutch transmission. It's not only about powerful 1.6-liter engine. It's got that feel of hot hatchback. You know, like you're driving a bigger hatchback, but it's still fun to drive. It really feels like a hot hatchback. When you get inside, the first thing you really see, those banded Bose speaker grills. Funky design cues here and there, but it all blends perfectly. It has this 10.25-inch UVO screen, and it's got really nice layout. You can put navigation, radio, weather, and I think it's a smart move to make it wide instead of going too tall. And things moving forward. So right now you can download the app and access the car without the key. You can just register in the app and you'll be able to access doors, you'll be able to access climate control, and also use features like Find My Vehicle. So next time your kid's gonna tell you where they are, you can check it. Plus they've got user-friendly menu, and to be honest, some cars don't. And besides, you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and decent Bose speakers. I said decent, just because we know Bose got better speaker system in Kia vehicles when you're talking about Telluride or Kia Soul. Don't get me wrong, it's good, we just happen to know a better one. And since we're talking about dash, I would like to point one thing. Most of the Kia vehicles nowadays got heads-up display that sits on top of this panel, and since this car doesn't have heads-up display, they had to close this spot with a piece of plastic that unfortunately doesn't match the rest of the panel on top. And when you see a little bit different colors, you kinda start asking yourself why. But this is more like a minor thing, and I'm not sure if you're ever gonna be worried about it, just for fun. And some minor note to Kia, yes, we do pay attention to details. It's got heated front seats, it's got really good backup camera. When it comes to safety, Seltos got really good steering assist. You're driving on freeway, you just turn the steering assist and it can basically do the job for you. Let me show you our test that we recorded the other day. Dear Kia Seltos, this is 21st century and I'm sending you this letter to inform you this is the perfect time when you have to start driving by itself. So here's the real life test. 40 miles an hour, cruise control, approaching the intersection. I keep my hand really close to the steering wheel and we steer. We're still in the lane. Wow, it drives. I mean, it wants you to be responsible for anything. So, I mean, just keep the hands on the steering wheel. And the rest, Kia will do for you. It's got blind spot monitors, it's got really good smart cruise control, emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert, and if you're thinking to purchase Kia Seltos as one of the vehicles for your teenage driver, you can be sure it's got really good safety features. And just to compare, this is as good as some of the very expensive Volvos. We're talking about safety features that will cost you twice as much in any Volvo. You can get it here under 30 grand. Also, I would like to point out one feature that you don't see much in any other vehicle in the same price range. It's called Safe Exit Assist. And how does it work? You have your blind spot monitor, and when you open the door, it pretty much does the same trick. So if the car behind approaches you while you open the door, it will show it on your blind spot and you will know the car is coming. And you have to watch out for upcoming traffic. Small safety features, but it's a huge difference when it comes to everyday life. When you sit inside, you get this feel of Kia Soul. You got so much space on top of you, and I'm 6'1". And just to give you a quick fact, this car has more headroom than Mazda 630, as well as Subaru and other competitors. If you jump on the back seat, you will see it's got enough room to carry 4 adults for a longer trip. If you fold the rear seats, you'll get almost 63 cubic feet of space, and again, this is more than other cars in the same class. That's plenty, especially when you realize this is a compact crossover, and yes, it will clear city garages and tight parking spots. Not only trunk gets some space, you got 13.2 gallon gas tank, which means when you refuel, you will see more than 400 miles range. Now again, let's just roll back to the value part. Who else is gonna give you a better warranty and value? Even the base trim LX has the same 5-year, 60,000 mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, or 10-year, 100,000 mile for powertrain. Hands down, they're killing it when it comes to value. You know what? One more thing. What makes this Kia Seltos so good for the city? That you literally have one turn of the steering wheel. So it's razor sharp when you take corners. That's what makes this car perfect for the city. So if you take a look, I'm gonna steer all the way to the right, and now we have half, 1, 2, 2.5, almost 3 turns. One turn of the steering wheel left and right will give you almost all the way to the left or all the way to the right. That's what makes this car perfect for the city. Well, this is as steep as it gets. I mean, in any city, this is as steep as it gets. Feels like a, off-road park when you push a pickup truck to the limits. Oh man, it's so fun. That's what you want for the city. Something that can squeeze and maneuver like this. Wow. After driving and circling for a while, we were able to find this perfect background. Yes, it drives like a bigger hatchback, and I was truly surprised how it handles corners when you take them hard. It's got a ton of features, spacious interior, and it's wrapped in a beautiful paint. Usually in our reviews you can hear positive and negative things. In our opinion, it's totally nailing the game. And if you ask me, it would be really challenging, if not impossible, to find a better value elsewhere. I think we deserve if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. Again, thanks for watching. This is Dennis, this is For Life Test Drive, and I'll see you next week. That's plenty, especially when you realize this is a plan. Hold up, I have to drive at the same time. Alright, where? Straight. Cool.